a TFWire.com video review.
Hey, this is Matrix Prime at TFWire.com with my video review of Titanium Rodimus Prime. Now this is actually the 5th Titanium figure that I've purchased, but the very first one that I've actually opened and reviewed. So with that said, before I comment on the toy itself, let me talk about the display stand that all the Titanium figures come with. Essentially, the display stand is the same with all the figures, the only difference being the plaque here. With the Autobots, we of course get the Autobot symbol. With the Decepticons, we get the Decepticon symbol. And below the symbol, we get the figure's name, and as you can read here, it says Rodimus Prime. And on the back of the plaque here, we have this square peg. And if we look at the display stand, we have the square hole here. And you simply insert the peg into the hole here, like so, and we have the display stand. Now you can display the figure in robot mode on the stand, or if you're like me, you can actually display the figure in vehicle mode here on the stand. And this is how I display the figure, and I think it looks quite nice actually. And yes, it does stay on there. Okay, so enough on the stand. Let me talk about the figure itself now. Now, if you're not familiar with the Rodimus Prime character at all, essentially all it is a remake of the Hot Rod character. We have the Hot Rod car front end with a permanently attached trailer here on the rear end. Now, if you know anything about the original G1 Rodimus Prime toy, you know that it was a really poorly designed figure. Essentially all it was a figure in robot mode laying face down on the ground with a trailer that just slid onto the legs. With this figure here, we actually have the trailer being incorporated into the robot mode, which is actually quite nice. But before I get to the robot mode, let me talk about the vehicle mode here. The color scheme is primarily made up of red here, as you can see. On the hood here, we have yellow flames, as well as the Autobot symbol. The yellow flames continue here onto the sides of the trailer. We have silver exhaust pipes here coming out the side. If you look at the front of the vehicle here, we have a sparkly blue applied to the headlights. We also have yellow applied to the lights here in the bumper. We have this flame orange spoiler on top of the cab here. And if we look on top of the trailer, we also have some black and silver. Now that's essentially it for the colors here in vehicle mode. I do have one minor gripe about the vehicle mode, and that's the front fender here. As you can see, it extends way past the front tire. So, in my opinion, it should have either been shortened up or the front tire should have been moved forward. As is, it looks a little awkward. But that's just a minor gripe on my end. It really doesn't take away from the toy at all. So, with that said, I'll now show you the transformation to robot mode. But before I do that, let me turn the figure upside down here. Stored underneath the trailer here is the robot mode gun. And you simply pull that out, and we'll set that aside for now. That's a really nice thing to have on the figures, a place to store the weaponry. So, as for the transformation, let's start by grabbing the trailer here and pulling it apart like so. Now we'll grab the trailer here and rotate this section up and rotate this entire thing down like so. As you can hear there, the joints on my figure are quite tight. Now we'll go ahead and take this entire section and rotate it around here. And I'll take this section here and pull it apart. These will become the robot legs. Go ahead and flip the feet up here. Turn the figure around here so you can see the back. We'll now take these panels here and fold those to the back of the legs like so. We'll now take these front sides of the vehicle here, rotate them up like so. Go ahead and take the hood of the vehicle mode here and flip that down like so. Turn the figure back around to the back side here. We'll now take this entire section here with the windshield and spoiler. Go ahead and rotate the windshield down. We'll rotate the spoiler around here. We'll go ahead and separate the spoiler out to the sides here, like so. Turn the figure back around here to the front. Rotate the head around here so you can see it. Fold the arms down. Now we'll take the arms and pull them apart, like so. do a quarter turn on those. Now if we look on the insides of each forearm here, we have these little sliders. If we slide those down, we'll have the robot hands. Rotate the arms back around here. And we now have Rodimus Prime in robot mode. The color scheme essentially remains the same. We do have some added silver here on the face and up here on the chest area. We also have some blue for the eyes as well as some yellow here on the forehead. As for articulation, the head can rotate 360 degrees. The arms can rotate 360 degrees as well as move up and down at the shoulder and move in and out at the shoulder. The arms can also bend here at the elbow. The legs can move forward and backward. They can also move in and out from the body. They can bend at the knee, and they can also rotate at the knee. And the upper body can also tilt from side to side, which is quite nice. Now the figure, as I showed you during the transformation process, or just right before the transformation process, does include a weapon. It's made of this really flexible type of rubbery plastic here. I mean, this can be placed in either hand. All my Transformers seem to be right-handed, I guess because I'm right-handed. But yeah, so here's the figure in robot mode. And now let me turn the figure to the side here. I believe Spada mentioned this in his review of this figure. If we look here at the center portion of the figure here, you can see that there's a hole here, and you can actually see my finger on the other side. I wish there would have been some panels to hide this, so you couldn't actually see through the figure. It's just a minor complaint, in my opinion. But either some panels here, or I don't know, some type of something to at least give it sort of a solid look rather than the see-through hole that we have here. So that's just a minor gripe, but it's something I would have liked to have seen them fix before they released the figure. Now the only other thing that some people might not really like about the figure is the head. And I'm not sure how well you can see this because the shoulder is sort of in the way, but if you look at the head here, it sort of looks like it's tilting forward, but if I turn the figure around here to the front, you can actually see that the figure is looking straight on. Let me turn the figure back to the side here. The reason it sort of looks like it's looking down is simply because of the design of the head. It appears to slope forward, but that's just really an illusion. You don't have to worry about the figure staring at the ground, because as you can plainly see, it's not. But other than that, yeah, I really love this figure. The robot mode's quite nice. I actually prefer the vehicle mode over the robot mode, but there really aren't any problems with the robot mode at all. And if you have a choice between this figure and the original G1 figure, totally get this figure. Just pass on the G1 figure. It's a horrible, terrible, no good, really bad figure. Overall, I'm probably going to give this figure an 8.5 out of 10, possibly a 9, but at least an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really nice figure. If you can find it, pick it up. I highly recommend it.